So, what if a university could turn its own students' incredible potential into a major new source of income? It's a pretty wild idea, right? Well, today, we're going to dive into a fascinating proposal made to one of Latin America's top universities, UNAM, that could totally change how we think about student jobs and university funding. Let's break it down.
The core idea here is actually simple, but it's really powerful. What if students could not only earn a good salary, but also generate a ton of revenue for their university at the very same time? This model aims to do just that, and hey, build the university's global network while they're at it. It's a seriously ambitious vision, so let's see how it's all supposed to work.
Okay, so what is the big picture here? Well, the proposal frames this as a whole new vision for UNAM. We're talking about something that's focused on leading innovation and creating value in a completely new way.
Now, this whole partnership is pitched as way more than just a moneymaker. I mean, of course, a new revenue stream is a huge piece of the puzzle, but it also promises 36 real paid jobs for students, a chance to get in on the ground floor of AI and academic recruiting, and a major boost to the university's global reputation. It's kind of the whole package.
But you might be thinking, is this all just a theory? Is it just a nice idea? Apparently not. This entire proposal is actually based on a model that's already out there and, from the looks of it, has been incredibly successful.
So check this out. The blueprint for this whole thing actually comes from the UK. Students at Warwick University have been successfully driving sales for a very similar platform, jobs.ac.uk. The idea is to just replicate that exact model, but with UNAM students targeting the entire massive Americas market.
And the numbers from that Warwick model? They're pretty staggering. We're talking about an estimated annual revenue that's equivalent to over $13 million US. Now, this isn't some wild guess. It's a real benchmark based on a functioning, real-world example. That's a serious chunk of change.
Okay, so let's get down to brass tacks. Let's talk numbers. What could this actually mean for UNAM's bank account, especially in that crucial first year?
The target market here is just huge. Imagine a student-led sales team from UNAM reaching out to literally thousands of universities all across North, Central, and South America. The projected number of jobs from these regions, well, it suggests a massive, untapped opportunity just waiting. But what's really interesting here is the diversity of this market. I mean, sure, the US and South America are the biggest pieces of the pie, but there's significant potential across the entire hemisphere. And that kind of diversification is key, you know? It helps create a much more stable and predictable stream of revenue.
So what is the bottom line for UNAM? Well, the projection for the first year alone is almost 12 million pesos. That's over 650,000 US dollars. That's a significant new source of funding for the university, all based on a really straightforward 50-50 revenue split.
This whole model is really designed to be a win-win. For the university, it's a super high return opportunity with very little upfront investment. And for the students, it's not just a job. It's real-world sales experience and a way to earn money that could actually help reduce their student debt. It's a fascinating way to align the financial interests of both the students and their school.
Of course, a partnership like this only works if you have the right partner. I mean, that's everything, right? So who exactly is AcademicJobs.com?
Well, these guys aren't new to the game. The company has deep roots in the higher education world. Its founder had already built a platform called unijobs.com that grew to operate in over 40 countries before it was acquired by the very well-known Times Higher Education. That history shows a really clear pattern of success and innovation in this exact sector.
So what makes them stand out? Well, they claim to be the only platform using AI to immediately source candidates, which, let me tell you, is a huge deal in recruitment. 100% client retention rate? That's just wild and shows they get results. Plus, they're already a top 3 player globally, and their subscription model is a key piece of this because it creates that stable revenue base that a partnership like this really needs.
And here's what I think is the best part. The whole proposal is built on a core belief in the students themselves. The entire model hinges on the idea that UNAM students, who are known for being so articulate and driven, are the absolute perfect ambassadors to lead this sales initiative. It's basically a big, confident bet on student talent.
Okay, so if this were to move forward, what would the next steps be? How do you actually make something this big happen?
The proposed path forward is actually pretty simple. First, an internal discussion at UNAM. That's followed by creating a joint committee to work out all the details. And the target launch date for this really ambitious partnership is March 1st, 2026.
And to hit that target, the plan is to get the ball rolling early in 2026. That gives everyone plenty of time to prepare for what would hopefully be a very successful launch. You know, when you really look at it, this proposal is about so much more than just money. It's a question of vision. Could this be a brand new model for how universities and students work together to create value for each other? It's a fascinating idea, and it leaves us with a really big question: is this the future of higher education?